Greetings, life management students. I am so happy to be somewhat back with you again. It is week 8 and I am still under the weather, but much better. I certainly appreciate all of you understanding what it's like to get sick and be down. I still have another week of antibiotics. I had a respiratory infection. I had to cancel my on-campus classes. So it has been a trying time. However, I'm getting back into the swing of things. So this week, what we have for you is, again, we're combining a couple chapters on reading and note-taking. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory, so I have the PowerPoints up for you. I have, I think, a new study guide up for you also. This week, I will go ahead and post up another, I think, case study and a reflection for the week, for this week. I do want to kind of go back a little bit to our case study on foster youth and higher education, and Renata and Amanda, and just kind of follow up with you on that. I read your reflections and I read your assignments, and a lot of you really appreciated or you connected with the characters in many different ways. So I promised I would let you know where they are today. So as you saw in the story, I became very close with Renata. She became a part of our family. She ended up always being at the house. She was here for holidays. She actually went on vacation with all of us, my mom and dad and my kids and me and her, and we all went on vacation together for Christmas one year. And so we stayed in touch. We've probably been, I don't know, we've been friends for 5 years or so now. She eventually finished Delta College after 4 years. She got a 2-year degree after being at Delta for 4 years. And she finished Delta. She then applied to the University of Pacific. And they have a program called the CIP. It's Community Involvement Program. It's a scholarship. And they pay almost 95% of your tuition and room and board at UOP. So it was very competitive. There were many applicants. It was an intense process. I had to work with her on interview questions and presenting herself and talking about her life story, but she was awarded the scholarship. So Renata actually was admitted to University of Pacific. She moved on campus and lived in the dorms for 2 years, where she studied special education in the School of Education. She always wanted to be a special ed teacher, and so she actually graduated with her bachelor's degree in special education. She then went to work for Stockton Unified School District, and she taught kinder and first grade. I want to say kinder and first grade special ed. So it was really awesome, kind of just a really exciting story to see her go from struggling so much in school and academics and coming from such a deficit in learning to being able to be a college graduate from a very good institution, almost completely debt-free, and to have a job at Stockton Unified. She eventually ended up marrying her. She had a boyfriend for about 2 years. And she married him. I actually baked her wedding cake and her cupcakes and everything because I'm a baker. Baking's my hobby. So we did that, and then she had a baby. So she has a little boy, and that's where she's at today. We're still definitely involved in each other's life. We see her all the time. We see the kids all the time. So anyway, that's where Renata is. Now, Amanda, again, Amanda always had some real barriers. She really never connected the way that Renata did. I would constantly try to text her and follow up with her, and one day out of the blue, she wanted to get together. So I actually met her, and she was telling me that she was going to turn 24, and she was going to lose her housing. Because when you're in foster care, you get subsidized housing, which means that if you live in an apartment, a studio that costs maybe $650, you might only have to pay $100. And that was the only way she could afford to stay in her studio. And so she was going to lose that because she would be too old or turn 24. So she was kind of concerned about what was going to happen to her. The next time that I connected with her, I called her and I texted her. I found out that she had actually left California. She told me she followed a guy to Nashville, Tennessee, because he told her that he had access to housing and family and a support system, and that they would, be able to get jobs. And he told her all of these things. And when they got to Nashville, within a month, he left. And so the last time I spoke with her, she was stuck in Nashville. She had no money or way to get back to California. She had no support system. She knew no one out there. And it was a pretty dire situation. And I have since then tried to reach out and text her and call her, and her phone number is no longer connected. So I really don't know where Amanda is today, right? And again, from both of these characters, you can see they both struggled with making these relationships and connections, but Renata was more able emotionally to reach out and accept the help that was offered to her. And that's why I think she has been able to be, more successful in her situation. So that's where they are today. It's a really nice kind of story. As a researcher, we're not actually supposed to get attached or involved with our research subjects, so the people that we interview. But I think when you do the type of work that I do, which is working with populations that really need a lot of support, it makes no sense to me that I can write articles about it, but I can't actually do it. And so for me, it's really important to be there for them in every way. I think that's probably why I became a foster parent, was because of my work that I was doing in college with foster youth and seeing where they are today without support, and that if we could become foster parents, then we can actually help them build some relationships before they age out. Okay? So that's the story from there. Again, I really appreciate your understanding. My health has not been the best, but I'm back on track and getting much better. Thank you. I will again shortly post up a activity for you to do this week, along with your typical weekly reflection. You should also be finishing or working on any extra credit that you're looking to turn in. And I will be grading your papers. I've already started, but I will be grading your paper number 1, or your papers that you submitted, and get those back to you this week. Okay, guys. Happy week number 8, and I will hopefully see you for week number 9.